Hey, this is a puppy training video. If you guys just got a new puppy or rescued a new dog, then stick around because this video is for you guys. Okay, in today's video, I'm going to teach you guys the perfect puppy training routine. Okay, first things first, tug of war. Tug of war keeps your dog from biting your hands because it teaches your dog that you're not the toy, and it also stops the leash biting. The second thing that we like to do with puppies, first off, starting out, is teaching fetch. This is very important because fetch teaches drop. But guess what else it does? It helps dogs who have a fixation on socks, like to carry socks or eat socks. And it also helps dogs that have resource guarding because it teaches your dog to trade. Okay, now let's get into the puppy training part. You need to teach your dog some things to set your dog up for success. And if you don't, you're gonna have a puppy that's jumping all over people and acting crazy. First thing you need to do is teach your dog how to do an automatic sit. That's so that you can teach your dog to sit in certain situations where they jump or bark or scratch, because it can't do a whole lot of other things. So it's either sit or spin or offer a paw or lay down. We would rather them sit calmly, especially because they're going to be greeting people a lot in their lives. All right, so in our puppy courses, we have to teach different types of training. Also need to have control over our dogs, and we need to do that without touching. The reason you need to do that is because your dog isn't always going to be within your reach. Your dog isn't always going to be on leash. So we teach targeting so that we can teach something like up and off. Why is up and off important? Well, I get a lot of clients who call us because their dogs bite them whenever they move them off of beds or whenever they move them off of certain parts of the couch. Taking the time to teach up and off stops that. Not just going and telling your dog get off. You have to teach it. Okay, this is sit to greets tethered. It teaches your dog not to jump on people whenever you're on the wall. When you can get all the way to the dog, then you're going to mark, say good, and deliver a treat. Okay, this is door work. This teaches your dog not to bolt out of open doors. You do that through teaching your dog that the open door is a nonverbal cue to stay. But you have to add a release cue. That's the only way to make this super strong. So once you step out, you're gonna release your dog, boom. Once they get up, mark and treat. The beauty of this one is it also teaches your dog impulse control, and it teaches your dog to pay attention to you on the walk, and it sets the tone for the walk. Okay, speaking of the walk, you have to do that inside. Okay, so we gotta go back inside, start something called all or nothing. All or nothing is where we teach our dogs that the only way we move from this spot is if you sit and look at me. This stops pulling, lunging, and barking on leash. Okay, so we don't wanna forget the first part of a loose leash walk. It's putting your dog's leash on. We have to go back and we need to teach your dog to sit calmly for the leash. You do this through teaching your dog how to hold a sit. Then while holding that sit, you put the leash on. All right, so after all of the training, you guys need to give your dog what we call the doggy pacifier. Most people don't get this part right and they skip it and they're not consistent. Imagine if you came home and you didn't have a book, a TV, or a phone to look at. That's what these things are to dogs. It's more than just play and entertainment for puppies. It helps them develop cognitively. Okay guys, if you need help training your puppies, click the link in our bio or head to bestbuddydogtrainer.com and fill out one of our contact forms.